Hello everyone, welcome back to Programming Spreadsheets. In this video, we're going to talk about variable range functions. So what is a variable range function exactly? It is a function that designed to help you change your range reference. If I just have a portions of it selected, then it just show me the portion of the sum, which is 2880. And this is where I have prepared the variable range function for another sum. Okay, this one right over here, it uses the variable range function. What I do is I tell him where is the starting point and where is the ending point. I want it to start from March to July. So it's the same as selecting that portion of the expenses and adding all the expenses together, and you get the sum. So what is the variable range function consists of? So this is my variable range function. It consists of indirect address and match. And other than that is the ordinary function, the sum function, which utilize what the variable range function returns us. When we try to do a function analysis, we do it via the formula bar, right? No, of course not. It is not the correct way to do a function analysis unless the function is very simple. For me, this function is considered simple, but for somebody else, it might not be. So what I'm going to do is to copy this function and paste it in a Google Doc. You can do it in a Notepad, Microsoft Word, or any other programs that have the indentation feature. Indentation feature is very important for programming. It helps you to categorize your functions, your arguments as well. So what I'm going to do is separate them by function. So as you can see here, every single time I meet a new function, I will enter them into another row and then indent it inward. For argument as well, I will have them indented. I have three arguments, so there you go. One, this is the first one, second, and the third. So is this. Then I would like to end it with the close bracket at the end, so that I know that this function ends right here with these three arguments. You might be wondering why I put the comma in front instead of at the back. Unlike the programming, they use the semicolon. I put it in front because I can know where the new arguments start. Right? If you put it at the back, if your argument is very long, it's quite hard to find. So in front is it. Now we are done. So I uses the match to help me return the row number for the from. So what does match actually does? You can find the main usage of match in the doc editor help. Now, where do you find this page? You might be wondering that as well. Go back to your sheets. Go back to your sheets. Go to help. Function list. I'm going to take a while. My internet is not that good. Right, then tap in match. And here in the second one, you found the match. Click on learn more. Then you are in the same page as me. And I'm going to show you how the match gives me the row number. The first one is the search key. Search key is what I want to find. So E2 is a thing that I want to find. So what do I want to find? Let's take a look. It's March 2017. This is March 2017. This is what I want to find. And the second argument is where I want to find that thing. A colon A means in column A. Short, right? We don't have the row number, so it does mean column A. How about the one? What is this? What is this? It's a search type. Search type is a method you use to search your thing. It also depends on how you arrange your range, your search range. So I'm using one right now. There are three types of search type. 1, 0, and -1. I'm using the 1. It is the default one. It assumes that the range is sorted in ascending order. my range is sorted in ascending order, and by taking in these three arguments, this parameter, the match is going to return me the row number. So it's going to take a look at what I want to search. You go to the search range and find it, then it returns me the row number. I start with A1, A to A, column A, which means the whole column. It will take A1 as the first one. So what it returns is equivalent to the row number. So what does it return me? Let's take a look here. So it returns me the value 4. It returned me the value 4. So by taking March 2017 as the example, it returned me the row number 4. And this is locator. Now the match has located where is our starting point. That's why I call it the locator. Moving on to the next one is address. Address is the coordinator. So the address will take in two arguments, the row and column. There are other arguments as well, but those are optional. We have two arguments here. The first one is a row, which has already provided by our match function. And the second one is the column. Column, I know which column I want to sum it up. So I know it is the expenses. That's why I type a constant to right over there, which is equal to column B. And this coordinator, it will return us a cell reference as a string. So it will return us B4. The B is contributed from the 2 and the 4 is from the row contributed by the match function. And for the second set, this one is July 2017. This is the same as the previous one, and it returns us the row number for the 2, which is equal to is equal to 8. This one is equal to 8. So address is going to return us B8. B is from 2 and 8 is from the match function. Okay, you get it? Just have two arguments right there. Now we can take a look at the and symbol now. So if you take this thing as a whole, it is equivalent to B4 colon B8. This is how the and symbol works. It combines things together. This is one string. This is another string, a one-letter string. And the bottom here is another string. And it helps us to combine everything together. And it forms this range reference. Now this is a string. We cannot use a string as a range reference. It is just a string. A string is a text. You cannot use it you cannot turn it into a range reference. And this is where the indirect comes in. Indirect is the converter. It helps us to convert the string into a cell reference. So what I have here is a range reference in terms of a string. So I use the indirect to help us convert the string into a range reference that we can actually use. So this one will turn into B4, B8, something that we can use, not a string. So once we have the range reference, we can give it to the sum function or any function that have a range in it. Then it can use the range reference as usual. So the sum take the range reference and it do what it's supposed to do, sum it up. I'm just giving you the basic of this variable range function. If you want more in depth, do let me know, because it's going to take a while to go through all the tweaks that you can do to these variable range functions. I hope you learned something from this video. If there's any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Like this video if you like it and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one.